sports. Tonight, no love lost between these NFC East rivals. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's Avery Williams on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Ball at 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Trying to get it with the option. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Eagles.
Certainly drop these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they could see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
It's on 1st down. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 7. And an Eagle 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Completed to his running back. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll come up 1st and 10. All right, this is A.J. Dillon. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Gonna run with Barkley. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Fritz gets it out wide, complete. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 2nd down.
Could that penalty come back to haunt him? It's another 2nd and goal. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts now from the gun. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm. Brock, what a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
He may have been drafted 2nd in 2024, but Daniels was the rookie we couldn't stop talking about last season nor take our eyes off of. He really, Kate, put the capital D in dual threat. 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns passing, and almost 900 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground.
Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He's going to get a few here. Brought down at the 33-yard line.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's running for it. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good. Well, Washington Commanders. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the set. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it at the 6. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Eckler will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 24. It's his running back. And he stopped just before the line to gain. This is at the 27.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's taken down. It's a quality yardage on that play.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 7 yards there. That brings up 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Play action. Hurts has it. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And that's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Put some power on a deep one left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this is going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. He will be stopped here, but let's like about that effort.
Running like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Staying with Eckler. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it at the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
Commanders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st and 10. Danielson, he lost the football. And the Eagles get to it. The 50. 30. At the 20. This is returned all the way into the red zone. What a way to add on to that turnover.
You know, a lot of these defenders, actually almost all of them in the NFL, have some offense in their background. And when they see the ball and an opportunity like that, they can't wait. What an awesome transition from scooping the ball to focusing upfield and finding the running lane. That offense, I think it was honestly lucky he didn't finish it with a touchdown.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. A quick throw completed out to the left. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. The close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you've got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board. Kind of a good thing they got the football where they did coming off that fumble recovery. It's disappointing as an offense when you can't move the ball. At least your kicker can pick you up.
kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
We know this is the ticket to the field for a whole lot of rookie special teams. It's something the teams every year look for in the draft. And with the new rules, maybe even that much more, these super athletes who can electrify in returns and turn the smallest lane into one of the biggest plays of the game.
The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Daniels going to keep it. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Running back sent in motion left. He's caught. He's got ground. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Gay's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone, if you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for in the call sheet.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Shipley now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointed not to come away with a touchdown. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So now it's going to be third and long.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he makes a fair catch well short of midfield. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Ball on the 45, first and 10. They bring McLaurin in motion right. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Brings up third down and 13.
No connection on the last play, and out third down. Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a first down. Daniel's gonna keep it, and he gives himself up after a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
2nd and 8. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Now to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Kind of an aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, it's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Motion man left is Brown. Hurts now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Only 2 yards to the marker. They're going for it here on 4. Hurts tucks it, starts running. Crosses the 35, still got more room. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down.
I mean, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
We get the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Eagles pushing for a late spark before halftime. To the left side, caught by Brown. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a first and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
There's some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And they get to him again. That pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Ben, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
For the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on third down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the stand continues. Stopped at the line. It's now 4th and goal. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Elliott connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Commanders ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he works his way for a gain of 4. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Eckler. Oh, skip ball. And he's encouraged out of bounds after that 9-yard gain. So that's going to make it 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Running with Eckler again. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running right, it's Eckler. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now Daniels off the play action. Connects on the crosser. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
We're working a couple yards past the line. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes out to the left. Daniels hit and he lost the football. And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on pimp between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
3rd and long for Daniels. That was caught for the first. He was brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
First down and goal to go.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Trying to run it. Ziegler. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Gets it again. And he's backed up again as they stop him for another loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Now from back at the 7, here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. Going for it, it's Ziegler. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on down near the end zone.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in the helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is getting off the field.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. 1st down play, that's at 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from the goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Right back with another option, right side. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
14 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. It's a screen to Barkley. He drives it up to the 24. Marshawn Lattimore for the secondary for the stop.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to run for it. He's down after getting this up to the 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
17 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts tucks in, starts running. They get to him behind the line block. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Hurts to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And that reaches the 35, but no further as it caroms out of bounds. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Man in motion out of the slot. From the 37. He's got Brown on the slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Daniel's going to keep it. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, Daniels. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty Vets Tressway. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They go to Barkley again. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throwing for Hurts. He tucks it and takes off. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Commanders set to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And he gets up to a gain of about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. To really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They kick the running back in motion. From the 21. Completed over the middle. Free inside the 30. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now lead by 10. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring cut to the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? You know, when you run that fly route, then you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Gay to add the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 24, Eagles 13.
Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Washington.
Shipley now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds with some outstanding field position right at midfield. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And I'm sure they're trying to bring out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hurts looking to throw. And he has it near the sideline and near the marker. They're going to say he's out of bounds. Nearly a big play on 3rd, but now 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
You've been keeping this option on 1st and goal. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Hey, up the middle, it's pretty tough for this safety to make a play through all the traffic. If you want to range outside, you want to get into his domain, you better be careful because this strong safety will put you on your back.
Here's Saquon. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for two.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
And he's got a man. Complete. And he's into the end zone, so the two-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the fourth. Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Starting at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Daniels from the pistol. He keeps it and takes off. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Washington Commanders. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Motioning left is their running back. Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
You know, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Eckler on 2nd. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've got first down from the 31. Now Daniels to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hand off now to Eckler. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Oh, he taps it quick for the receiver coming across here. He won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 19-yard line.
Call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Daniels throwing on third. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders making a 9-point advantage. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game.
Commanders 31, Eagles 21.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. He'll get that big old marker and cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Hurts now from the gun. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now Hurts. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that. Going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make them pay and punish him there physically.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of the defense. And third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
Fourth down, he calls his own number on the option. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. The right call came in at the right time, give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Getting out to his left. Taking off with it again. And he's taking the ground after a nice push downfield.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
On first down, Hurts. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Hurts. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now to throw. He's running for it. He's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on fourth down. Now here he goes again. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Nothing was going to help him escape that, and he gets hit for a loss. Second down coming up. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Dumps it off to Barkley, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Steps up, and he's running with it. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just to run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Finds Barkley underneath. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. To throw. And that's a touchdown. Great catch there with almost no time left. Well, Brock, they're going to need a miracle, but it is still possible. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
This would put it back within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal to tie this game in the 4th. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for my partner Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.